Hi, class. We have a major assignment coming up called the business report and the report presentation. Just wanted to spend a few minutes talking through this to make sure everybody's on the same page. And so your report is going to be your write-up and key takeaways based on you observing interactions in 3 different places. And so my encouragement to you is to go to a business and spend at least an hour there and take lots of notes so that you can have data to work with to write your report. So let's just take a look at the instructions in our document. The business report assignment is informative in nature and will focus on the results of communication observations in a business setting. Your observations involve spending an hour at a business to observe the interactions. For example, 1 hour observing interactions between bank tellers and customers at a bank lobby. Now, you're probably not going to be able to hear what they're talking about, but in those observations, you can examine nonverbal communication. What were the differences between different tellers and their nonverbal communication? What were the differences in customers and their nonverbal communication? Could you see possibly that bad news was being communicated? And what did that look like? And so even though you won't be able to hear the verbal, you could certainly, in any business, examine the nonverbal communication. So that's just an example. You'll conduct a total of 3 hours of observations at 3 different locations. Take good notes while conducting the observations. After completing your observation, write a summary of the experience and identify your key takeaways of your observations. Your report will be submitted in an informal style and cover all 3 hours of your observations. And you'll submit it to MindTap. So you'll upload either a Word document or a PDF. And this is worth 100 points. And so the scoring for this assignment, 80% of your grade is focused on your report submission, and 20% of your grade for the assignment is determined by your peer review activity. So similar to the informative presentation, you'll conduct peer reviews and add comments and complete the rubric on other students' reports. And you'll need to do at least 3 peer reviews. Okay, so some tips. Ask for permission to observe interactions for your school project. This would be great if you have a friend or family member that works in an exciting workplace or office, to ask them if you can just spend an hour with them and observe what's going on. Maybe sit through a meeting would be a great opportunity for an observation. Take notes and lots of them. The report is focused on what you observed, and it will be easier for you to write your report if you have significant notes. Make notes about everything you observe because you don't know what might be relevant once you begin organizing and drafting your report. So your data, the primary data that you're collecting are your observations, your notes that you're taking. And again, you don't judge as you're taking notes, just take the notes. And then afterwards, you'll start to see patterns, you'll start to make judgments, and you'll be connecting what you saw with specific topics in the class. And how well did the participants perform? What recommendations might you have for the people that you observed? So another way of thinking about this assignment is think about yourself being a consultant, going in, watching what's going on, and then based on what you analyze, make recommendations for how they can improve. Even though they might not ever receive that, they probably aren't going to receive your recommendations. That's a good way for you to think about this assignment and will really help you. Visit businesses with many interactions, quantity, or fewer in-depth interactions, quality. Either will work. Observe interactions that are relevant to business communication. So looking for nonverbals, presence or lack of feedback, prevalence of noise, sharing good news, bad news, persuasive, neutral news. Communication between different cultures, communication involving different language differences, listening behaviors. So as you observe, note if communication exchanges were successful or unsuccessful, and identify factors that led to your determination. Use an informal report format as explained in the course lectures. All right. And this next assignment, the business report presentation, is dependent upon the content from this report. So doing well on this assignment will have a positive impact. Will have a positive on the following presentation. All right. I have provided a template for you to start out with. So a Word document that you can begin to plug and play has everything formatted. And so consider using the attached template as the starting point for your document. And then as a follow-up, you're going to deliver a presentation about your report. Now, you're not going to come to class and record just reading your report to the audience. That's not a presentation. A presentation is consider your report and what are the most important things you want to communicate in the 7 minutes that you have with the audience. What do you want them to learn from your experience? What do you want them to take away? That's how you think about how you format the presentation. So each student will prepare and deliver a 7-minute presentation. Your presentation will focus on the content of your report. You'll be presenting your report findings in this assignment. Follow the guidelines established throughout the term for professional presentations, and you'll speak for 7 minutes on your topic, 6 minutes minimum, 8 minutes max. You'll record at least one practice session in MindTap and submit a final recording for grading and peer review. So 70% of your grade for this assignment is on the graded presentation, 10% on having at least one recorded practice session, and 20% of your grade for this assignment is determined by your peer review activity. 3 peer reviews are due 1 week after your submission. Okay, so just wanted to spend a little time focusing on this assignment because it's big. It's 200 points, and so that's 20% of your grade for this class are dependent on your observations and what you do in writing the report. So thanks for watching this video. Please take a look at the recorded lecture on reports and also the report template. Oh, and by the way, based on your watching this video till the end, I want to give you 5 extra credit points on this assignment, on the report assignment. So just send me a message, an email to lewisjeff@msudenver.edu. Say, I got it, I watched the video, I'll mark your name down, and you'll get 5 extra credit points on the report assignment for taking the time to watch this video. So I hope it helps. Contact me if you have any questions. Thanks.